Alright, this is a video response to Big Zero Whopper and his game survey. So, I'm just going to get right into it and answer all the questions as best as I can. Alrighty, first question. Approximately how many different video games have you bought or played in the last month? So, I've bought 3 games, and I played 2 out of those 3 games. Those 2 games are MotorStorm for $20, brand new, and MLB The Show 07. Both were pretty good games. Alright, number 2. How old were you when you first started gaming? I believe I was around 4 or 5 years old. I started playing when the Atari and the Commodore 64 were like the big thing back then. So that was probably in the very early 80s. So I can't remember exactly what age I was, so I'm just going to estimate 4 or 5 years old. Number 3. Which gaming devices or systems are in your home? Well, I got the PS3, PS2, got the Nintendo DS, I got the Sega Genesis, I got the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and the Game Boy. Number 4. What are your 3 favorite gaming device systems? Probably Nintendo, the original Nintendo, the Genesis, and PS2. I like Nintendo and the Genesis because they're old systems, and for me they're just a good way to get back into the retro gaming. And I like the PlayStation 2 because it has so many different games, and I don't know, they got a lot of different good games. Number 5. What are your 4 most favorite game genres? I like the old 2D side-scrolling games. I like platform games, and I like first-person shooters, and I guess that's really the main type of genres I like. I do like adventure games as well. What is your attitude about Nintendogs for the DS? I haven't really tried it out. Seems like everybody else has said good things about it, so I may check it out once, but can't really give a good answer on that one. Number 7. What are your favorite things about playing video games? Well, they're pretty much entertaining because they're almost like a movie, but you can kind of control the outcome in some way. Even though most games have one particular ending, it doesn't really matter how you get to it. I don't know if that really makes sense, but it's basically you control your character, and you just have pretty much free roam to do what you want. Number 8. When you play video games, how frequently do you play with a friend or friends? I used to play quite a bit with my friends in college, but ever since college kind of has died down. Once in a while I play with my family, or brothers, but not too often at all. So that's alright. I mean, I'm more of a person that just likes to play games on his own and just kind of like concentrate on the game itself. Do you like games with conventional user interfaces or innovative user interfaces such as Nintendo's DS or Guitar Hero? I'm not really into it, so that's just my opinion. I don't get into that. I'm more of a traditional gamer with a traditional controller, and so I just stick with that. Probably because I'm going back to my roots, and because I'm more of an old school game player. Do you currently have a significant other who games? Not at this time. When you play video games, how frequently do you play with a romantic partner? Example given: spouse, fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend. Don't play too frequently, but I have. Number 12. How important is it to you that your significant other be a gamer as well? It isn't too important, but it is something that I always wonder if she is into gaming as well. I really don't mind if she isn't, but if she does, that's great. That's all I gotta say about that. 13. Have you ever dated someone whom you first met during a gaming session? No. If you have children, do you game with them? I do not have any kids, but when I do, I absolutely will game with them. And the last question, what is your favorite game? I got it right here. I've probably told a few people, and it is yes, the original Zelda game for the Nintendo NES. It's one of my favorite games. I played it like crazy.